By the way, if you hear mention of this thing called Kofi, we're going to have a lot of really cool benefits for this episode, then.
I know what Kofi is.
Oh, you probably heard us talk about it a few times.
Wait. What is Kofi?
It's a donation website, isn't it? Where you can buy coffee or whatever.
Yeah, and we happen to have a link. We happen to have a link in the description.
How about buying coffee?
Kofi.com/TOPP.pod.
Hey, I'm Emilio.
Hey, I'm Ryan.
And welcome to the Terminally Online Pen Pals podcast.
We're two friends that have only ever met through the internet.
Join us as we talk about our lives in this epic show.
And the show starts now.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Terminally Online Pen Pals podcast. This episode features your usual hosts, Ryan and Emilio. You guys know who we are very well at this point. Yep, Emilio is here as always. I can't get rid of him, but don't worry, co-host application in the process. However, that aside, we have a very special guest for this episode. I've been excited for this one. May I present my real-life best friend for 20 years, haven't helped both of us, my buddy Josh.
Oh my God.
I don't know this guy. I probably know Emilio more than I know this guy. At least Emilio likes my Instagram stories.
I like your Instagram stories. What are you talking about? They're usually just NASCAR.
Yeah.
No,
I didn't F1 one, and Emilio liked it. I didn't F1 one, and Emilio
liked it. He posted about Hulkenberg scoring P5.
Yes.
I'm just going to start spamming like Dale Earnhardt jokes in the comments or something.
Anyways.
I don't even like Dale Earnhardt. He's dead.
I know, that's why I'm going to spam them in the comments.
He wasn't good. He's dead.
Yeah, I know. But yes, guys, this is my buddy Josh, my childhood best friend, still friends for a very long time. So we finally got him here on the podcast to do a general interview and just have a grand old time with him here on the episode. But you don't need me to tell you all these details. We'll get into them here shortly. Josh, do you want to introduce yourself to the audience? Any details you want to tell about yourself? Your windmill obsession, the packing beard.
I'm
hit that early.
He says, I'm good, and hangs up, and that's the episode.
I'm John. That's it. That's
like, nah, I'm good.
I know the bald dude in the picture. Yeah. Known him since first grade. That's pretty well it. If you know his craziness, I'm not quite there, but yeah. All two people that watch this podcast every week.
Shout out.
It's basically just me and Josh are the only people who watch this. Me to rewatch the audio, and Josh is curious.
This, y'all are the goats. I don't know who.
The major reason I found out Josh was watching clips of the podcast on Instagram was, Ryan, do you know anything about evading taxes by any chance? Last time we hung out,
everyone you'd share to your story, I'd get and I'd watch it and I'd be like, "What is this?" It's like, this is something I got to invest in. Apparently,
yeah,
I got to be on.
So, all you really need is just a crappy camera phone and an Instagram call, and you're set. You can start your podcast.
Wow, but here we are. Tax fraud. I learned from this podcast.
You can learn a lot.
Don't tell
from
them that
this
I work
show.
for the government.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh, that was the other guest you had, the tax guy. I remember now.
Yeah, that was my buddy Dennis. He runs a separate podcast.
All right.
Taxes.
Well, Josh, it's great having you. I'm very excited that you're here. I always believed that Ryan had no friends growing up, so it's great to finally be.
That or all of them are from the internet.
If you pay me, I can make sure you win that bet. Just give me half of whatever you would have made from that bet, and I can help you win that bet.
Oh shit! Well, this show ends right now. Josh is actually an actor. I didn't know.
What was AI?
This is my friend. Me. Did you give me this? Oh, I mean, yeah, friend.
That's starts reaching behind, like, dude, I got the check right here.
Anyways,
the check bounced, hangs up.
Damn it.
Anyways, Josh.
Like, Amelia, by the way, the check, it's fudged.
Anyways, Josh. So I have two questions.
Okay.
Number one, has he always been bald? Number two, how did you meet him?
He hasn't always been bald, but he hasn't always had a lot of hair. It's always just kind of been.
I've had a good amount of hair for a long time, dude. Like elementary school and middle school, I had a full thick head of like mop brown hair.
As he so technically puts it now, he embraced the bald. For a while, he had a little bit of hair that he wouldn't let go, and then lately he's like, you know what? I'm gonna be bald anyways, so I might as well embrace it.
Dude,
it was just like little bits of hair, and we'd always make fun of him, like, oh, bald, and he's like, I'm not bald.
I'm not bald,
like, fine, I'm bald now, guys. Whoa!
I just accepted it after a while.
Now he's trying to get me to be bald.
It's
like,
his iconic look, dude.
Dude, your hairline's receding, though. I mean, look at me. I can pull it off. So can you.
It's bad, but
yeah, but it's okay though.
But
Come
I'm
to
not
the bald side.
Nope.
It was weird because that particular day, whenever we have a group chat with some other friends of ours, and I remember I think it was 2 years ago.
Wait. Josh,
other friends?
Is this real?
What? Yeah, other friends? What?
Friends with an S?
Wow.
This guy gets around.
Is the group
not
chat
singular, but plural?
Is the group chat called Josh by any chance?
No. It's called something else. We've had a lot of weird names over the years, but this particular chat at the time, I can't remember what it was. I sent a photo of myself when I completely shaved off the rest of my hair, and from there, it was just a constant, Ryan, turn off your camera right now. Stop sending us photos. We're kicking you out of the group chat. My eyes are blind because the light coming off of my hair or my head in the photo.
Everyone immediately left, and by everyone I mean Ryan's 3 imaginary friends.
That's pretty much it. I'm pretty sure I pulled him from Foster's, if anyone remembers that show.
Oh my gosh, what a throwback.
Yeah, throwback reference right there. Hell yeah, Cartoon Network.
But
yeah. And do you guys
remember? I've been bold for a few years.
Do you guys remember how you guys met?
Yes.
He moved in first grade, and you had the story about Mrs. Emmert's class or something, right?
Yeah, it was in Mrs. Emmert's class. So the funny thing was, Josh and I first met
Mrs.
Yeah, Mrs. Emmert.
I don't know if she's retired yet or not, but
I think she is, but I'm not.
Probably by this point, she had a few years in when we started school. But yeah, I transferred in from Maryland to a Pennsylvania school where we both went. And when I started this class up, Josh and I remember the first time we met, we were on opposing sides of a math competition team. Whoa. Josh's team was on one side. I was on the opposing side.
Enemies
so it was like a
deuce.
It was no. It was a Hatfield-McCoy situation between both sides where we're both competing. I think it was like basic addition or subtraction. Spoiler warning, Josh's team won at that point. My team lost, and I cried in the middle of class.
Probably courtesy of me, because I'm a genius.
Because
I said humbly.
Yeah, again, debatable. But his team won, and then after that, we were making fun of each other.
Where's the ring? Where's the ring, Ryan? You lost the championship, man.
It's invisible, man.
We got to make Ryan cry. Woo.
Yeah. So we were roasting each other afterwards. Well, afterwards, I remember we were both talking to each other in the classroom after the whole math team debacle. We were calling each other names and all this, and then randomly by the end of the day, I just asked him, hey, dude, do you want to be... Well, I didn't say it like this, but hey, dude, do you want to be friends? And he's like, sure, why not? And we've been friends ever since.
Yeah, that gave us each one. Way back in first grade, that gave us each one friend.
We were pretty much the only friends we had for a very long time until we hit until middle school.
Very much quality over quantity.
Exactly.
The quantity sucked too.
Wait a second here. The quantity doesn't go much lower, buddy.
So
I said quantity. I meant quality, but yeah, whatever, same thing.
Who's the genius now?
Oh yeah.
Where's your math championship, man? You can't talk shit until you get yours, dude. I'm sorry.
I don't even remember what they gave as a prize, honestly.
Did you get 2 reading trophies from Ms. Long?
I got one because I traded you a children's book for it. From the Ricky Ricardo book series.
Trophies on my shelf. I treat them like they mean something, and they're not plastic trophies that have my name.
It's basically like all the Raider Review Awards that we got with Mr. Spurbeck's class. I remember too from all those. It was like, wow, this is really cool. My college isn't going to care about this, but thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
But that's how Josh and I ended up meeting. We met in math class in first grade, and we've been friends ever since. Been through a lot, and somehow we're still been friends all this time later. So
Friends enough that he got me onto a podcast.
yes, surprisingly enough, we finally managed to get him on the podcast.
Now, Josh, word on the street is that you are a big motorhead, right? You like fast cars.
I like the motor sports, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he likes windmills.
Now,
Windmills.
Ryan Bittner historians, such as myself.
Oh no. He's heard too many stories. He knows too much.
Ryan Bittner historians.
There is an iconic video called the NASCAR rant, which was apparently a hate video about you. If you could please break down
that video.
What that video was about and what was your reaction, and if you could finally respond to that video publicly.
Actually.
So what? That was, we were talking about it in journalism way back in high school, and obviously I like my motorsports, mainly NASCAR. I'm a big NASCAR guy. Got my poster behind me, Jeff Gordon fan. Just lately been getting into F1. I've been watching a bunch of that when it's not on at midnight, because they race all over. But back then it was just NASCAR, and Ryan was so infamously pointed out, all they do is go in circles and make left turns. So
it's so boring.
I mean, it can be. It can be.
It can be. The whole sport is boring.
No,
Ryan,
some of this
what have you done?
I wore my NASCAR shirt for this.
You should burn that after this podcast.
No, is he gonna put a censor over it?
I've given you too much Jeff Gordon crap for the past few Christmases already. So,
I can't show racing things. All they do is go left. No, but I guess he took inspiration from something that I care about, and
decided to shit on it.
He's like, I'm gonna make money off of this, and just completely trashed it.
It backfired badly.
It's like, and then we watched it in a history class later, like a few years later. We just decided to watch Ryan's YouTube videos in our history class.
Sorry about
teacher's class too. We watched it.
Living through it once was bad enough. Watching it again, I almost
The fallout was horrible because after I posted that video, which was poorly not edited, my brother interrupts it at the very end. He was younger at the time, and it was basically me saying, "Guys, NASCAR's boring. They just go around a track. I don't mean any hate or anything, guys, but NASCAR is just really boring." And I just repeated the same points over and over. When I uploaded that video, I was thinking, okay, I got Josh. I proved NASCAR is definitively boring. This is going to be a popular video. A few days later, I go into class and Ryan, do you have a YouTube channel? Like, oh, shit.
Ryan, why is your address online? I think you got doxed.
Everyone in our geography class, chemistry class, and I believe in journalism and English class watched that video. And boy, oh boy, did I regret it.
Ryan, this guy that looks exactly like you is talking bad about NASCAR.
Josh, can we finally have a response to that video? People have been dying for years to know what you think. People, parentheses
you
me.
need to know, what do you think about Ryan's video? Me, well, it's wrong, obviously. Fast cars make the world go round.
Fast cars are cool, Ryan.
In my defense,
fast cars.
What he said. Fast cars ruin you. Okay, the video was terrible. Okay, yeah, I'm willing to admit it was.
Are you going to apologize for what you said?
It was fun at the time.
Gonna apologize. Yeah, right. The world wants an apology.
Yeah, dude. How are we going to get invited to the Daytona 500 if you're doing this
for
crap?
That video.
I feel like we set Ryan up with this. I feel like it's us against him. Like I signed in to be this guest, and it's me and
my best friend and my co-host are ganging up on me.
I'm not your best
friend. As it should be.
Look, I'll say this much. I don't regret the video. I regret it from back in the day because, again, it retrieved attention. But my point still stands true. NASCAR, I do think, is a pretty boring sport, all things considered. I'm sorry. You know? I'm sorry. I have a little bit more respect for it, but in the end, they're going around a track, guys, with the occasional crash. I mean, come on.
You can at least tolerate it, because that's been my Christmas gift the past couple, or Christmas or birthday gifts.
Yeah, that's the ironic thing. The past few gifts that I've given him have been NASCAR, like Jeff Gordon memorabilia, which is his favorite racer.
If you look at his search history, you'll find NASCAR, which means I did my job.
Yeah.
So I have scrubbed it extensively since then.
It's like, don't look at my search history. Don't do it. NASCAR. Didn't you hate on that?
No.
This is amazing.
That's
finally the age-old beef has finally been squashed.
This is the problem with this episode with having Josh on, because now all the old Rian lore is coming out from like our school days and everything, and I've told way too many stories on this podcast without his input, and now he's here.
Yeah.
Like, yes.
Are we
all the things he said about you. All the things he said.
Are we gonna learn that the prom story is the prom story fake? Is that what I'm hearing? Like,
no, that actually happens.
I have an eyewitness. I don't know how to share pictures to this video chat because I'm very not skilled at video chats. I'd show the banana picture. I'd show the banana picture. I would do it. I just don't know how.
Not the banana picture.
That's awesome. Well,
but yes, the prom story is real, guys. I promise.
The prom story.
We don't have to rehash that. We all know what happened.
Yeah.
Iconic episode of this show.
Was it prom or homecoming?
Yeah, it was. I think it was homecoming, but I believe.
So
I think
you lied about that. So you admit.
I think it was actually homecoming. So this is kind of where we're at in terms of the Rian high school lore. We've been through a lot together in our friendship. You know, a lot of things have happened to us in our personal lives, and a lot of events we've been to. We even went to a concert together a few years ago, like that famous Nickelback concert.
We've talked about it on the show.
We're not helping the Rian historians out here. He needs more drama. He needs more drama,
more confusion.
The
records will soon be lost to time. Don't worry about that.
Cheyenne's having too much fun with this. He's holding this bat thing.
It's a big cat.
For the audio listeners,
it's a big bat.
How have I not?
I have no idea what I just saw, but I have no way of describing that.
I just say, wow, why have I not seen that?
Yeah.
It's because it's in our bedroom, you weirdo.
Well, I don't want to know that information. But
two guests on the podcast, I guess. Even though I messaged her beforehand and said I will be in the room on the podcast.
Sorry.
Emilio is very new to all these American customs. He's from the foreign land of Mexico.
Yes.
So
not used to having more than two friends, I guess.
It's weird because
we can have two friends.
You can have two friends.
Shockingly.
Wow. Two guests for the podcast. Holy crap!
It was coincidental because right after we graduated in 2017, that was shortly around when I met Amelia for the first time after graduation. And we had our first major video collab together, and I've known him for 8 years roughly at this point.
I'm almost catching up to Josh.
Yeah, no, he's like so basically, I don't know if you're ever going to catch up. He has like 12 years on you, buddy.
Well, 4 years,
we need
I'll be at 12.
Fight so he can catch up. We need a 12-year fight so he can catch up.
A 12-year. Okay, we need to think of a topic. We need to think of a topic.
We have the topic. NASCAR.
No, we're kind of in agreement on NASCAR. You're in denial, and we know I'm right.
I'm in denial.
Yeah.
Denial is a river in Egypt.
That is true.
Yeah, I said denial, and Cheyenne off to the side goes, the river, and then you said denial is a river in Egypt.
Oh, wow. So, Rian tells a lot of stories about how he third wheels you and your partner. Is this true?
I mean, it depends on what you mean by third wheel. We hang out, the three of us, a lot, so if you count that third wheeling, then yeah, I guess.
I wouldn't call it third wheeling. I think it's more hang out amongst friends. Is what
we're all friends together. Like he knows Cheyenne. We all meet up and eat.
We hang out and do stuff.
Mainly eat. We eat a lot.
Yes. We do
Right.
have other clubs, believe it or not, as well.
Patented meal of chicken and something else, depending on where we go. But
How do
always
you
chicken.
not know my
Because
order at this
it depends on where we go. Oh,
Ryan
there's the
fell
ceiling.
over, guys. Hold on.
He was too busy
My-
with chicken.
We have to
My
help him
build
get
is
up.
10-6.
Cheyenne
The
has just
censor-
responded to my message that I'm going to be on the podcast after she walked in and saw me on the podcast. She said,
No
"Oh,
problem,
hey, cool,"
as
after
well.
she walked out of the room. Like, "Oh, thanks. You couldn't have checked your phone to see that I was going to be on the podcast."
Delayed reaction, potentially.
Oh, yeah. I'm on
Maybe.
the podcast. You
See, yeah. Typically, when we've gone out to hang out with, like, I wouldn't, again, third wheeling, no. I think it's more just like a group meetup. We hang out amongst friends. He is right about the order of food. Every time we go to a restaurant, we usually go to one of two places, either like Buffalo Wild Wings or Applebee's, typically, which are
Whoa.
local to our area. But he knows my order by heart at Buffalo Wild Wings at this point. So, which for another episode throwback, this is the same Buffalo Wild Wings where another friend of ours left that $200 tip that we talked about in the tipping episode.
Crazy guy. Oh my goodness.
Crazy guy. Yes.
Great guy, but crazy guy.
Yes. Insane guy.
What is that? What is that guy's
Love you
job?
if you're watching this guy.
I don't even. He does like construction, electrical type stuff now, doesn't he?
Yes, he does now.
I don't know
Construction
what
work
he does.
mainly. I think he travels, stays in hotels and whatnot on his way. So,
He's a spy.
but yeah, he probably
Explain
is a
why he's
spy.
friends with Ryan.
With his, with his, who wouldn't want to be friends with the famous boss? You know,
Oh, hell yeah. That leads me to my
Still
next
using that
question.
alias?
it was a very popular alias back in the day.
Josh, what
Not
is
so
it
very
like
much.
to be friends with social media megastar Ryan Bittner from the Nostalgia Factor and co-host of the Terminally Online Pen Pals podcast?
I mean, I get to the place when we eat, and the paparazzi are just everywhere. I have to like.
We gotta beat him up with a stick, you know. Like we gotta get these guys. You know, we're trying to walk into the
I
restaurant.
gotta like wave them off and like.
Yeah,
Like sometimes they try and rip his shirt off, and I say, "No, I promise you don't want to see that."
no, trust me, probably don't.
Adios.
Oh,
It's gone.
never
Very
mind.
Oh no, I spoke Spanish.
I understood. Holy shit. I finally know what's going on.
He fluently speaks Spanish, believe it or not, which neither of us learned how to do back in high school. See,
But we did learn something in Spanish. Has that
Oh.
been discussed in the podcast?
All the swear words.
not on this podcast, no.
Or how to dance.
Ryan actually rose to internet fame by dancing.
Oh, you fucker! The
Our
freaking
school
talent show.
He was famous. He got us all out of a Spanish final because nobody knew what we were doing because our teacher was a loon. Crazy lady.
Yeah, she was.
Spoke Spanish pretty well, but you could never know who you were getting. So Ryan
King
managed
Ryan
to
was-
single-handedly get us out of a Spanish
That's
final
what
by
Spanish
dancing
will
in
do
the
to
talent
you,
show.
man.
What?
That's what Spanish will do to you, man. You lose your shit.
Well,
Yeah.
I think it might have been something else
Good
going
thing I
on.
never learned it. I only learned donde está la leche. That's all I can remember. That and sacapuntas, which is just pencil sharpener.
Yeah,
Even though
yeah.
it sounds much, much worse.
Yeah.
Like
I remember Billy La Bufanda is what I
Oh,
remember from
goodness
like.
gracious.
That's what I remember from
that was
class.
half the class.
That's pretty
and
much
random
what it was.
outbursts.
That or watching Frozen, which we never finished in Spanish subtitles, and Wreck-It Ralph.
Ugh.
We didn't really learn a
So-
lot of Spanish.
So,
in that
Josh,
class.
could we please get some more details of how Ryan saved the day? We need some more positive stories about
He
this
saved
guy.
the day, yeah. Yeah, he was offered. So
Go ahead,
he
buddy.
had to go dance in the talent show, and the class was like, "Yeah, we'll be backup dancers and everything." And she's like, "You do it, and we'll get you, or you won't have to take your final."
No,
And
Josh.
everyone
No,
was-
no, no, Josh. In
no,
Espanol.
no.
In Espanol, you have to say it.
No el final test. I don't know all that in Spanish.
And then what
Muy
happened?
pequeño español, ¿dónde?
I just say a lot, and hopefully the
Little A
translation goes
Spanish
through.
A.
Yeah,
So then what
no
happened?
donde
No.
está biblioteca.
Sí. Ryan got us all out of the final, like all the Spanish classes out of the Spanish final. So he was.
I don't know why I was chosen though. So here's the thing during that though. Us and another old friend of ours, they created most of the dance moves for that presentation, which included such classics like Michael Jackson's Thriller, the Egyptian. There were several other dances that you two came up with.
It was just a bunch of dances mashed together, and then it was like it flowed, I guess, because everyone liked it. And well, unfortunately, Ryan didn't win the talent show though.
We didn't. But in order for us to make it to the talent show, the reason we were discovered in the first place, we had to perform it in front of our Spanish class, which gave our teacher the idea. This guy here just sat in the back of the room and refused to stand up, whereas I did. I volunteered. My shame gland went out the window, and I did it. And for some reason, she liked it. So maybe she
He never found that gland.
Like, no, it's been gone.
It's forever. Never.
I do this podcast. It doesn't exist anymore.
Oof.
Well, that's awesome. I can't believe finally we have a positive Ryan story on this podcast. I keep telling you guys
that has to be your thumbnail. Put Superman with Ryan's head on it.
That's a good idea. Should be your thumbnail designer.
What's the title?
The problem is this guy here has all the dirt on me, and that's what scares me the most about having him on this podcast.
Yeah, keep it
he knows
nice. Keep it nice, or I bring you out.
I mean, I love NASCAR. Jeff Gordon is the best racer of all time. I deeply regret that YouTube video I made. It was horrible. So yeah,
that's what we like to hear.
So
being.
So Josh.
Yes.
Can we finally hear some of that dirt, or
no?
This was a setup.
No,
luckily for you, I like setups. Yeah,
I'm trying to think too. Do we have any other like awesome stories that we could tell here on the podcast as well? I think he's like,
Ryan's
no, it's
like,
not
I gotta
like we don't have any.
So he doesn't have any dirt.
It's the oh, that's a good yeah. Well, I need to reveal a few things here though on the show.
Cheyenne told me I need to say about the mozzarella stick.
Oh, burned myself on a mozzarella stick.
I want to hear
man
that
orders
story.
Mozzarella sticks and immediately just grabs it and burns himself. Like orders it and without thinking just grabs it and burns himself on it, and then like screams in the middle of the store.
Oh
like
my God.
He just burned himself on a mozzarella stick. Like, yeah, it just got here. Like, what are you thinking? It's gonna be really hot. And he's like, screaming. Like, it burned his hand on it. So yeah, genius. That was Cheyenne. That was her story she wanted to be told.
I walked a lonely road, the only road that I have ever.
Dude, we're gonna get copyright claim. Please stop singing. It sounds just
That's
like
actually a running gag.
Just like the recording. You sound just
exactly
like the recording. Scarily accurate.
Believe it or not, that's actually a running gag between our friend group as well. Believe it or not. What I'm glad you didn't mention was the whole banana bread thing. Is what I'm glad you didn't mention.
Well, now he has to mention it.
No, we don't. It's just a reference, guys.
Oh, well, I've seen that Ryan talks a lot about his love life on here, or, lack thereof.
Yes, Josh. Please tell us.
He's like, yes, this is what I came
he
here
knows
for.
all my relationships. That's the problem.
The Ryan historians are very excited. They're like this, dude. They're opening their ears up.
Ryan historians. Yes, banana bread, whatever that means.
What is the banana bread?
So getting your Twitch banned after this.
Ryan historians will debate the banana bread for decades until you.
They will never know the banana bread story. I refuse. But then again, he never saw it, so
I didn't know. I didn't hear it. I was standing inside.
You were inside the facility when it happened.
Of the banana bread? You were inside of the... What's going on?
It's like an inside joke / actual thing that I did. So, nothing illegal. But
Ryan did weird things for girls he was into. Let's just say
that was not the reason why I did that. She had a boyfriend.
Yeah, but not when it started.
Well,
she didn't have the boyfriend when the gag started.
Please tell us the story, please.
Do I have Ryan's consent to tell the story?
Ryan,
go ahead, buddy.
Ryan, you brought it up.
I'm glad you said go ahead, because if you said no, I was going to say too bad. I was going to tell it anyway.
That's true friendship, guys.
We had a mutual friend between Ryan, me, and my fiance, girlfriend, whatever she is, and
Dude.
So we had a mutual friend we would go and hang out with, and heck, I don't even remember how it started. Like,
I do. Bob
What?
Evans.
Oh, Bob, what?
It started at Bob Evans.
No, not that. The whole banana bread thing, Cheyenne.
It was Bob Evans.
We went to Bob Evans and ate, which is like, it's like a breakfasty type
Oh,
thing.
okay.
It's like a local
A bunch
breakfast
of farm
restaurant.
food and stuff. So Ryan got banana bread. Banana nut bread, actually.
Banana nut bread. Very
Banana
specific.
nut bread.
Is that a
But
euphemism?
we don't say banana nut bread. It's just banana
No.
bread.
Okay.
And he offered it. It was us four. We all went, and he offered some to this girl who he was into. She had no interest in him. Common theme, but
Oh, come on, Josh.
You don't know that.
I'm throwing in insults. But no,
You don't know
I'm not
that.
kidding. But yeah, she was not interested in him. But he offered her some banana bread, and she was like, "No, I don't want it. It has nuts in it." So he went and picked all the nuts out of the banana bread to give to her.
Right,
So
that's
she
not
had
how
banana
it
bread.
works.
I was a gesture of kindness.
King
Like,
of romance.
like I
Picked
understand.
all the nuts out of the banana nut bread for this woman.
I understand where you're going, but did this person have like a nut allergy or something?
I don't think so. I just don't think she
No,
would.
Oh, okay.
it wasn't because of a nut allergy. She was, I think, vegan.
Yeah,
I believe
she was vegetarian. I think she's
vegetarian. That's why she wouldn't eat them.
Yeah, she's vegetarian,
And
and she
what-
wouldn't eat any of the meat and stuff.
Okay.
And she's like, "No,
Yeah.
I don't want the nuts." So Ryan picked them all out
Where
so
does
she
she
could eat the
think?
banana.
Where does she think nuts come from?
I don't know, to be honest.
That's not
The
how
thing
it
is,
works.
Bread.
we're already in this deep. It doesn't just end there.
Dude, you
It was, I
dodged.
think, her,
Dude, you
it was
dodged
her
a
birthday or
bullet.
Ryan, historians are seated for the rest of the
Yes.
story.
they're getting ready for the rest of it. So I think it was her birthday at the time we went there for a birthday dinner, I believe is what the whole premise was. And for her gift, at the end of the night, because we had a fun time and everything, I told her I would do perform a dance to the tune of a song. I was singing a song called Banana Bread at the table. It was like this short little bop, like banana bread. And it was supposed to be just a joke here at the table. And she's like, I want to hear you sing and dance that. And she asked me multiple times to do it because she thought the whole thing was funny, I suppose. And so I told her, all right, fine. Give me like several months to do this, and I will perform a dance for you while singing the Banana Bread song. And it took a long time for me to finally work up the dignity, or the lack thereof, to actually start doing it. And it was while we were hanging out. I can't remember. What was the facility? It was a go-kart track, right?
Yeah, we went to the go-kart place in DC for my birthday, and
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
you were like, yeah, it was really fun. But
It was actually.
that was the
That was
sight of
terrible, by
Ryan
the way.
performing the dance, but he only performed it for her and her now boyfriend who came with, and
Yes.
it was
Luckily, he did not
No
witness the
drama.
actual dance.
funny. He was cool about it too, like because
Yeah.
he was really cool about it, like. But yeah,
I wasn't trying to
never
win
got
her
to
over.
see
I
it.
made that clear.
I never got to see it or hear the song that he wrote, which is unfortunate. But
Thank
he
goodness
did,
for
and that
that.
was funny. And in between, she got a boyfriend and all this stuff, and yeah.
Yeah.
So- Oh, are they engaged? Yeah, that's right. Well,
Well-
now it's fiance, but yeah.
They're getting married? Oh,
She
my
keeps
God.
correcting me.
Yeah. She's providing the appropriate context and accurate details.
We have a fourth guest on the podcast for statistical analysis over here. I can't
Is
say
it-
anything wrong without her correcting me.
This is
He's the background
amazing.
character.
Wow.
You
Yeah,
said
but that's-
something wrong,
The
her.
banana bread story.
That's
Banana bread.
another funny
Short
story from our
Ryan
friendship.
falls for girl, dances, doesn't work. Girl gets boyfriend. Yeah, basic Ryan stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm
I'm noticing a
still
pattern. Oh, well.
Sensing a-
It's okay, guys.
It's okay, Ryan. When
Ju-
I'm married, you can come
just
to
a-
Christmas at my house. Don't worry about it.
What can I say, guys? I'm not hopeless, but I am a romantic. What can I say?
I'm gonna make a meme out of that.
I'm not, take the term hopeless romantic. It's like, I'm not hopeless, but I am a romantic.
Oh, well.
That's just another iconic story from our friendship as well. had a lot of these over the years. It has, no joke, been about 20 years since we've been friends, which is crazy to think about, actually, the more I refer back. And to be honest here, a lot of instances with Josh, like from throwing a Wii remote at my TV whenever he lost a game of Madden.
Holy crap, Josh.
Actually, no, it wasn't a game of Madden. It was that sword fight game on Wii Sports.
Yeah. No, I didn't lose to you at Madden, ever.
Oh, that is such... See, he has claimed for years, of the 3 or 4 matches that we've played each other, Madden's a football series, for those you don't know, he alleges that he never lost. However, I argue on a technicality he lost the DS game that we played. No. You still lost. The only reason you won was because it went into overtime and you kicked a field goal.
That's how football works!
Yeah, that's kind of how the sport works.
You only won because you scored in overtime.
By the way, Josh, I want to my buddy Josh here is a big NFL fan and also a fellow fan of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Emilio here has trashed the Steelers team many times and loves the Green Bay Packers for some reason. I don't know why.
We just got your hand-me-downs.
Yeah, Daddy's home is what I just heard. And,
don't want him. Don't want him. Can you take him back? I don't want him.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
The roast match has begun.
Yes. Packers, Steelers this season.
Yeah.
They play this season, I think, week 8, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. I've followed the Steelers' activities on and off for the past little while.
Fake fan.
He's not as much of a diehard fan as me. I've been to 2.
No. We'll concede. Josh is a much bigger fan of the Steelers than I am. I like the team. They've been my favorite football team for years, but he is far more of a dedicated fan. Whether it's through fantasy football leagues, playing video games, or literally most of your Instagram posts being about the Steelers or some other sports team you're into.
Yeah. Yeah, whether it's Steelers or NASCAR or Nico Hulkenberg.
Dude, I can't believe he got a P5 in Barcelona.
Yeah, I was like, what?
I saw him overtake Hamilton.
Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, dude, I saw him overtake Hamilton, and I could not believe it. I was like, it's way too early for this. I'm probably still asleep. Holy crap, dude.
Ryan's like, what's a Nico Hulkenberg?
What have I done?
Yeah.
How you two became instant best friends, knowing each other less than a week.
We bonded over Nico Hulkenberg.
Nico Hulkenberg.
Dude, here's the context about Hulkenberg. He's been in Formula 1 for years, but he's never gotten on the podium. He's always been this close.
Yeah.
Because he's always been...
He's never finished in the top 3.
Yeah. Because he's always been in, like, really...
I 100% know what you're talking about.
He's always been in, like, the back market teams. So
in Formula 1, there's always like 2 or 3 teams that are really good, and then there's like 4 that are okay-ish, and then there's 2 that are terrible.
And Nico Hulkenberg has always been.
He's always on. He's always on either the terrible ones or the lower okay ones, and then he every so often pops a really good finish out of nowhere.
Yeah, and just like the crappiest car. Yeah.
No hablo inglés.
It would be like if you landed a supermodel.
What's that supposed to mean?
Anyways, Josh, it's been great having you. But Ryan has a speech, an end of the season speech that I told him about.
Yes.
And he's gonna give it right now. So everybody pay attention.
I know you didn't know this, buddy, but this was actually our season 1 finale of this podcast, which made this episode a lot more special, bringing on my childhood friend on here. And for some could you do that again? Actually, it would save the rest of that on your camera screen from being seen by the viewers for the speech.
People in the audio, I will not describe what Josh just did. So
just you have to watch the video version. This is perfect promotion. All right, guys, here comes our end of the season speech before we go on a bit of a hiatus. Do not worry, the podcast will return after these messages, which is going to last a little while, but here we go. Thank you guys for supporting this podcast through thick and thin, through numerous delays, episodes, mediocre thumbnails like our Katy Perry episode, which honestly was probably the worst thumbnail we single-handedly did or thought of, but yeah, look at the video version. But Thank you guys for supporting us throughout this season. This podcast has been a fantastic journey to get back into after the days of the unnamed show that is owned by some mega corporation that we will never know. But thank you guys for supporting this podcast. Keep looking forward to awesome episodes. And this was a fitting episode because I brought on my best friend for the episode to have some awesome conversations. Most of which is going to be utterly deleted with like the banana bread story, the talent show, and everything else we talked about being removed from this episode. It will all be censored, and no one of you will ever know any of that context.
Don't let him get his grubby mitts on this episode.
Emilio will be sending me the footage after the episode so we can alter it properly. We're just gonna.
I just got a call from the producer. He said that we're just gonna direct upload this one. We're not even gonna edit it.
We're just straight to YouTube.
Not the raw footage.
Spotify.
Damn it!
We aren't editing anything. It was all perfect.
Yeah, this episode was amazing.
But yes, guys. But thank you, buddy. No, but this was very appropriate to bring my best friend onto the show. This was awesome to do with you, buddy. We reminiscing about a lot of awesome childhood memories and talking about things like cars that I understand none of. But it's appreciated for flavor text for the episode. But in conclusion, guys, thank you for checking out this amazing season. We'll be back with season 2 here in the future. Now, Josh, do you want to say anything to the audience to help round off this finale episode? You have some big dramatic speech planned. I'm just using him for podcast promotion, that's all.
Get a job.
If by some miracle, if by some miracle, if anyone of the female gender watches this, please help Ryan find somebody.
Please date this man.
Please, he needs all the help he can get. That's the main thing.
Wait,
That's not true. I have Facebook dating to rely on.
Cheyenne just said in the background, wait, I thought he was gay.
I'm keeping my up open, okay? Which isn't true.
That's what they all say. Wait a minute.
Any women who are interested in dating me, please send a DM to the top pod.
I'm cutting that out. It already ended.
Which is not true. Take care, guys.